The Jacksonville Jaguars head south on Sunday to face their in-state rival Miami Dolphins. BETDAQ currently has Miami installed as a 7-point favorite in this game, 37.5 the total. Both of these teams have really been struggling lately. Jacksonville tied with Kansas City for the worst record in the NFL. The Jags are 2-11, 30th in the NFL in points scored, 29th in points allowed. There's just no bright spot for this team, and because of that, there's probably going to be house cleaning in Jacksonville in the offseason. General Manager Gene Smith, who's been there for 4 years, will most likely not get a fifth year, and quite frankly, probably a year overdue. The Jags have gotten steadily worse under Smith's watch. And Mike Mularkey, unfair though it may be, will probably be a one-and-done head coach in Jacksonville. I know that every head coach should probably get more than 1 year in any job, but being that Mularkey was hired by Gene Smith, assuming Gene Smith gets fired in the offseason, which now appears all but a certainty, is a new general manager going to want to keep Mike Mularkey, a head coach who in his 1 year went 2-14 or 3-13 or whatever the Jags record is going to end up being this season? Probably not. You would think that a new GM would want to go out and get his own guy. So the regime in Jacksonville could be on their way out. A lot of the players who are going to be on the field on Sunday for the Jags could be on their way out. But the Jags have still been playing hard this season, and they've been a good team to back on the road, 5-1 against the spread on the road. And the Dolphins, even though they have a superior record, 5-8 as compared to 2-11, the Dolphins have lost 5 out of the last 6 games. They're playing a rookie quarterback, Ryan Tannehill, who appears to have hit a rookie wall over the last month. Dolphins 29th in the NFL in total offense. So in my opinion, sort of a big number here. Miami -7. The Jags, as we said, have been good on the road. They've been better on offense since Chad Henne has taken over for quarterback for Blaine Gabbert. And Chad Henne has got a lot to play for on Sunday because remember, the Dolphins drafted him 4 years ago in the second round. He was a washout in Miami. They let him go in the offseason. Jacksonville picked him up to back up Blaine Gabbert. He is the starter now. So a lot of motivation for Chad Henne heading into this game on Sunday. It'll be big to see whether or not the Jags can get Cecil Shorts back, their leading wide receiver this year, Henne's favorite target. Shorts missed the last game with a concussion, and the Jags don't have much on offense. What Shorts has given them has been a much-needed big play threat in the passing game. And where Miami really struggles is pass defense. The Dolphins 26th in the NFL in pass defense. They have a bad secondary. So if Jacksonville is going to move the ball and score points in this game, it is going to be through the air, especially because Jacksonville is going to once again be without Maurice Jones-Drew in this game. Jones-Drew has missed most of the season with a foot injury, and the Jags have not been able to run the football at all without him. Now, Miami, they like to run the football. At least they try to run the football. They don't have a go-to running back. Reggie Bush, Lamar Miller, Daniel Thomas sort of been platooning in the backfield this season. Bush has been their main guy, but he's shown once again, even though he rushed for 1,000 yards last year, and there's a chance he might get to 1,000 once again this year, I think that we can all come to a consensus now that Reggie Bush, his niche in the NFL is as a third down, change of pace type back. He was used more in that role last week against San Francisco, caught more balls out of the backfield than he has yet this season. We'll see if they continue to go with that this week against Jacksonville. The Jags, we mentioned, are bad, both against the run and against the pass. But Miami likes to run the football. Ryan Tannehill has not played as well these last couple of weeks, so I look for Miami to attempt to run the football plenty in this game. I think 7's a lot of points. I said that a couple of minutes ago, and I think Miami's going to try to be conservative on offense. I think Jacksonville is going to try to throw the football with Chad Henne, Cecil Shorts, assuming he's back, Justin Blackmon, who's come on since Henne's taken over at quarterback. And I expect the Jags to keep this one close. It's not that I have much faith in the Jags, and I still expect Miami to win this game, but Miami's so bad on offense themselves, and they're so bad in the secondary, and the Jags have been passing the ball a little better recently. It just, to me, 7 is a little much here. I think this game is going to be closer than that. I also lean towards the over here. 37.5 is such a low number, and even though we're dealing with the two offenses that are 29th and 30th in the league in terms of total offense, these are two bad defenses as well, and the Jags have been playing better on offense, as we mentioned, since Henne's been at quarterback. Miami should be able to move the ball against Jacksonville. I don't know. To me, 37 just feels a little low. I lean towards the over in this situation, and even though I expect Miami to get the win, I lean towards Jacksonville +7.